Alright, February 4th, 2023. I am here in Ashland, Nebraska. And after doing a crew change here at the signal, this westbound on the Heartland Division is going to swing north and head up the Sioux City sub. It looks like it's going to be a unit train of corn. $7707 is our leader. Followed by 7091 and Warbonnet paint. And 4881 is our third unit. This train is now heading north up the Sioux City sub. Loaded unit train of corn. Most likely feed heading up to Canada. And let's keep our eyes on this because there's some BNSF heritage cars floating around too. Besides the heritage unit that we just caught, second unit was 791 in Warbonnet paint. I may swing up to Fremont to catch this one again, along with some other heritage units that are heading east and west on the Union Pacific Transcon line. One's heading west out of Chicago. I stopped in Ashland on my way home from Lincoln from helping out at Trains and Toy Soldiers today. Beautiful day out today. Actually warm. For the first time in a long time, it was warm today. Rail Fanning Adventures, Ashland, Nebraska. My name's Rich Bernardin and I am the founder. I just want to say congratulations to my admin and to all our members. We hit 5,000 members today, February 4th, 2023. Big number, 5,000. It's a pretty big achievement, ladies and gentlemen. Never in my wildest dreams did I ever think we were going to get that big and continue to grow. Just want to say thank you to all my admins and all our members that participate. post their great pictures and videos, and just thank you. Thank you for being part of this. Tomorrow, February 5th, I'll be in Wichita, Kansas for the train show at the Cessna Activity Center with one of my admin, David Croy, aka The Potato. Come check us out. As always, I hope to catch you trackside and see at many events I go to. I go to a lot of different rail events and shows, and I always like chit-chatting and taking photos with our members, talking trains. Actually, some pretty good graffiti on that one. Screenshot of that. Nice job, and whoever painted that. Again, this was a unit train that was heading westbound on the Heartland Division, BNSF Heartland Division. Did a crew change here in Ashland, and now is swinging north on the Sioux City Sub. Probably catch this one again in Fremont, Nebraska. I'm gonna head there next. Catch a little Union Pacific along with BNSF action there in Fremont. Rail fanning adventures, changing the world one smile at a time. And rail fanning for those who can't. Well, it doesn't look like we're going to have a heritage car in the mix here, but we do have a car in original Burlington Northern paint for all you fallen flag guys out there, and girls. Here comes a original BN car. Last couple cars coming around the curve right here, and yep, no rear DPU and no heritage cars. So gonna head north to Fremont now. We'll see this train again there as it heads north up the Sioux City Sub. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and please click that like button and subscribe. Alright, February 4th, 2023, Fremont, Nebraska, on the Union Pacific side of the house. This is an eastbound on UP's Transcon line. He'll be crossing over onto the former C&W main line, aka UP's Blair subdivision. There he goes, starting to cross over now. Heading east on the Blair sub. I can't tell if these are loaded or empty. tell you, here comes a Conrail for the fallen flag, guys. And here is a Chicago Northwestern on the CNW. That's pretty cool. A CNW auto rack on the former CNW main line. Rail Fanning Adventures, Fremont, Nebraska, February 4th. How these are loaded? They got SUVs in them. Ah, another Conrail. Three Conrails in this one. Our eastbound auto race train. Alright, February 4th, 2023, Fremont, Nebraska, on the Transcon line, coming east, or west, I'm sorry, coming west. Looks like it might be a stack train. Yep, definitely a stacker. Train heading west, Fremont, Nebraska. This is definitely one of the trains that interchanges with IAIS at 29th Street Yard. One Ocean Network. In Council Bluffs, actually. Yeah, let's see if we can get this windshield clean a little bit. There we go. Trying to get some of the smudge off my windshield. Again, ladies and gentlemen, the temperature has dropped. It was 50 degrees, now it's 30. So a 20-degree drop in temperature. So I'm shooting from inside my vehicle. Sorry about that, guys. I'm getting old. I'm getting old. Again, this is a westbound on the Transcon line. The original Transcon line from Council Bluffs to California. I think this is Council Bluffs to LA on this particular train to the port of LA. A lot of this, especially the One Ocean Network, that One Ocean Network Express, are loaded and offloaded on these cars in 29th Street Yard in Council Bluffs on the IAIS side of the house. Some of them come from Chicago and then brought from IAIS into UP's Council Bluffs yard, and then they build the train and then they send it. A lot of little 20s, 40s, and 45 footers. Not many 53s on this train. And we got some 53-foot well cars, but they're only full of 40-foot and 45-foot and 20-footers, box-wise. Ah, a big one. And here comes the end of our westbound on the Transcon. Pan to the west, off into the sunset, he shall go. Rail Fanning Adventures, Fremont, Nebraska, on the Union Pacific side of things. Still waiting for that northbound Warbonnet. It'll be behind me on BNSF's Sioux City sub. Yeah. Alright, Rail Fanning Adventures, February 4th, Fremont, Nebraska, on the BNSF side of things. This is a southbound on the Sioux City sub. I'm still waiting for that northbound with the Warbonnet on it. It's a single track main, so they're probably going to pass each other at La Sheridan, I think it's called. There we go. Southbound on the Sioux City sub here at 619. 5168. Oh, an H1 1053 -9 44 CW. And let's stay with this and see if there's any maybe we'll get lucky and catch a heritage car. Maybe we won't. I don't know. I keep saying that and they don't show up. The moment that I don't record it, they'll show up. So we'll just stay with this one. La Sheridan is where he'll pass the northbound waiting to come up the line, which is just south of Fremont. Again, the Sioux City sub is a single track main line with long passing. I caught the Warbonnet, which was second in the lead power lash up, coming north in Ashland. Came up here to Fremont to catch him again. They must have held him there. Well, this one was coming south, so. Another unit train of grain, corn, soy, something. Heading south on the Sioux City sub. Royal Fanning Adventures, Fremont, Nebraska. There's a Burlington Northern and original paint. And we have a rear DPU on this train. It's a 3x1. $653.91. Rail Fanning Adventures, Fremont. Alright, Rail Fanning Adventures, February 4th, 2023. Here comes an eastbound on the Transcon. It'll be switching over to the Blair sub, the former C&W main line here in Fremont. I think it's a stag train. And there it goes over onto the C&W. Oh look, and that's, oh look, and that's again. And down the Blair sub it goes, heading east, bypassing Omaha and Council Bluffs. Well, Norfolk and Southern is foreign power here, ladies and gentlemen. They go as far west as Kansas City, south of me. So, which one of those don't belong? Number 3 and number 4 in that lash up. On this very short eastbound stack train, there ain't much to this. A lot of power for a very short train. And here's the end. Rail Fanning Adventures, Fremont, Nebraska. Alright, Rail Fanning Adventures, Fremont, Nebraska. Another southbound on the Sioux City sub. This is on the BNSF side of the house, so basically the other side of the parking lot for me here. Another southbound, still waiting for that northbound with the Warbonnet on it. I guess they're running traffic south first. Again, it's a single track main, so they're going to pass each other. And this is the stack train out of Fremont here. There's a intermodal yard on the north side of Fremont. That's where this train is from. It will run to Hobson and then get recrewed, and I don't know where it goes from there, but it definitely goes to Hobson. 8340, 3279. Pulling this stack train from Fremont south on the Sioux City sub. Hopefully that northbound with the Warbonnet will be next. Hopefully. That's what I'm here for, waiting in Fremont. I caught in Ashland, decided to come to Fremont. Caught several trains on the UP side of the house. And several southbound trains on the Sioux City sub here. Waiting for that Warbonnet coming north. Ladies and gentlemen, I will be at the train show at the Cessna Activity Center in Wichita, Kansas tomorrow, the 5th. Today's February 4th. Hope to see you there. Rail Fanning Adventures will be there. Another shout out to a great sponsor of ours is Trains and Toy Soldiers, Frank the owner. is a sponsor of Rail Fanning Adventures. It's where I get a lot of my O-scale stuff, including the track now for my layout I will be building in the garage, which is going to be massive. Another special shout out to Trains and Things in Ewing, New Jersey, who I'm continuing to get stuff from. Chrissy and her father there, I think his name's Joe. I've made a lot of purchases that I'm still getting stuff that's coming from a couple different catalogs previous to this year, moving out here, so still working with them and still receiving stuff by mail from Trains and Things in Ewing, New Jersey. Great family owned, two great family owned train stores. Frank and his wife at Toy Soldiers and Trains, and Chrissy and her father at Trains and Things there in Ewing. So check them out. Again, this stack train came out of Fremont here. They put it together. They load and unload boxes at the intermodal yard, north side of Fremont. You go back a little ways. I did a tour of that yard, pictures from that yard. It used to be an old ADM grain facility, co-op. What they did was they just expanded the yard, and now it's an intermodal yard. They no longer use the co-op there. So well, the next box on the bottom here has a little bit of a blowout to it right there. Again, this is heading south on the BNSF Sioux City sub, which starts in Ashland, Nebraska, goes north up to Sioux City. This train basically is ended here in Fremont and is now leaving here. It'll go to Hobson Yard, and then honestly I don't know where it goes from there. It'll head south to Ashland and then swing west to go to Hobson Yard in Lincoln, Nebraska, where pull in the yard and get recrewed, and then go God only knows where from there. But it's out of the intermodal terminal here in Fremont, Nebraska. Rail Fanning Adventures, a special early birthday wish. Happy birthday, David the Potato Croy. His birthday is tomorrow, February 5th. Just want to wish David a very happy birthday. Again, I'm here in Fremont tonight waiting for a northbound that has a BNSF Warbonnet. Second and last ship. I reported it earlier today. I decided to head up here and catch it again, and due to a pretty large amount of southbound traffic, it hasn't made it through here yet. Oh, there's some old twin stacks. Still waiting for it. Caught a couple trains on the UP side of the house, which is right behind me, on the Transcon and the Blair sub. The Blair sub is a former CNW mainline. CNW terminated here in Fremont, where they would interchange with UP, and then once UP got it, it just became a secondary mainline to Chicago. And here comes our rear DPU, along with a truck. Rail Fanning Adventures, Fremont, Nebraska, February 4th. And what do we got? 5114. 5114. Pushing.